Hey Mustangs! In this video we're going to be talking about inequality word problems. So I'm on the next page in my iPod. If you don't have this Frere model glued in, that's okay. Just go ahead and draw yourself a T-chart on your iPod page, and that will serve the same purpose as this Frere model. So when it comes to inequality word problems, you actually follow the same steps that you would to solve an equation. So that means define your variable, set up the inequality, solve it, and then answer the question. What makes inequalities a little bit more difficult than equations is that there's a lot more vocabulary that you have to be aware of, because for equal signs, usually we're just looking for the word is, was, were, totals, things like that. But there's 4 different inequalities that you could be using. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through and we are going to write out different vocabulary words that you might see in a word problem to help you figure out which inequality symbol you need to use. So in your top left box, let's start with the greater than symbol. So the first vocab word that comes to mind here is greater than, because that's the actual symbol. Think about other words that mean greater, like more than, larger than, above, over. So these are all words that you might see in a word problem that tell you that you need to be using a greater than symbol. Now let's go to greater than or equal to. So some words that are associated with this are minimum. And you might be thinking, well, that's kind of weird because it's a greater than or equal to symbol. Why is it minimum? Because if you are talking about the minimum, that means it's the absolute lowest it can be. So if I'm saying that the minimum toll is $4, that means that the very least it can be is $4. It can be more than $4, but it can't be anything lower than $4. So the toll itself has to be greater than or equal to $4. So that's why minimum goes with that greater than or equal to symbol. You could also use the word at least. So it has to be at least $4. It's not less than $4. Not smaller than. Okay, the next symbol we're going to look at is less than. So first things first, it's less than. That one's pretty easy. We could also have smaller than. Smaller is another word for less. Fewer than. Below and under. So those are all words that could be used for the less than symbol. And then the last one that we have to do is less than or equal to. So kind of going off of what we did for the greater than or equal to. So greater than or equal to, we used minimum. So for less than or equal to, we're going to use maximum. So the maximum fee that a credit card company can charge you is $20. So they can charge you $20, they can charge you less than $20, but they cannot charge you more than $20. At least for greater than or equal to, so the opposite of that would be at most. So they can charge you at most $20. Not more than, not greater than. Now you need to keep in mind that this is not an all-inclusive list. These are not the only words that you may see in the word problems, but they are the most common phrases used to represent these inequalities. So what we'll be practicing tomorrow in class is, given word problems, how we can just write them using the correct inequality symbols. And that takes care of these notes. Don't forget to fill out the video summary below and answer the questions. The questions come directly from these words that we just wrote down. Thank you.